Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Saturday, April 11th, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call this morning, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning and received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow isn't promised to any of us, so anytime we wake up and realize we got to see another day after going to sleep the night before, I think we should feel blessed and be grateful to the good Lord for giving us another day. I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for giving me another day here on earth. God is good, God is great, always and always. And I'm thankful for having Jesus Christ in my life. I love Jesus Christ. He is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. I love Jesus Christ and I love the Lord. The time right now is 5:17 a.m. this Saturday morning. And according to that website, weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 7:08 a.m. That's 1 hour and 51 minutes from now. And the sun will set later on this evening, this Saturday, April 11th, at 7:52 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 12 hours and 44 minutes of daylight. I had just a fantastic day yesterday. The weather was so nice. Blue, clear sky, not a bit of rain, a light breeze, and warm all day. Just a beautiful day. I made great money with my Uber Eats app, delivering food and product to my customers yesterday. And I enjoyed a wonderful breakfast at McDonald's. And I had a fantastic night's rest. Just a beautiful, wonderful day yesterday. Loved it. I had a little bit of a mishap with one of my deliveries. It was a Courier Saver delivery. I'm not going to... I've changed the name of the customer just for their privacy. I'm going to call him Benny. And I'm not going to say the nature of the product that I was picking up. It's not important, but I picked up this product for Benny to be delivered to his house. Well, all I had on the app was an apartment building number, and they didn't provide me an apartment number. I didn't know what door he was at. And I get there to his place to give him his package, and I said, this is before I knew that I didn't know. This is before I realized I didn't have the apartment number. I said, I'm at your building, and I assumed generally when they have a Courier Saver, they come out and meet you at the car, and then I confirm it's the right person. I ask them what their name is. Well, I text them. I said, I'm at your building here, with your package. No response from the customer. I waited another couple minutes, then I called them, and still they didn't respond to my call. So I went back into the app to see what door they were at so I could just walk up to their door and knock on their door. That's when I realized I didn't have an apartment number. I only knew what building they were in. Well, while I'm doing all this, a couple ladies walked out and were getting into their car. And they were staring at me, because I'm sitting outside my car looking at them and their building. And I asked them if they were expecting an Uber Eats delivery, and they didn't respond to me. They just stared at me more, They spoke English. I heard them each spoke in English to each other. So why they didn't respond to my question, I don't know. But I figured out quickly that it wasn't their package to be delivered to them. So I text the customer again saying, I need to have your apartment number. I don't know what apartment number you're in so I can deliver this. Still no response from them. I called them a second time and no response there. So I'm not sure what to do at this point. So I had another delivery in my phone that was waiting on me to go there, but I had to complete this delivery, you see. I think it was a taco order. Taco Bell. Yeah, it was a Taco Bell pickup I had to do after I completed this delivery, and that was already loaded into my phone, Well, I reached out to Uber support to figure out what to do, and they weren't being helpful with me either. I said, I need to either know the address of the place I left to pick up this package so I could send it back to them, or I need to have an apartment number. They couldn't give me any of that information. So they told me to close the order out, and they gave me some kind of command. They said, I think they said cancel the order or some other thing like that. And I said, that's not in my, there's no option for that, to do that in my phone. It wasn't cancel the order, it was some other command. I said, that's not an option in my phone. And I said, do you mean this? And they said, yes, we mean that. So I hit that button on my phone, and that completed the delivery. And I got paid for the delivery, even though I didn't complete it. You know, I didn't give it to the package to the customer. I still have it right here. I've got their actual name written on the other side of this package. Here's the package. I had it in my car all night last night. Well, early this morning, about 2 a.m., 1:30, 2 a.m., I get a message from Uber Eats asking for permission to share my actual phone number with the customer so they can reach out to me today. I'll be glad to get this package out of my car. They're supposed, the customer, well, the business is supposed to be calling me, I believe. I'm not sure if it's the customer or the business. One of them is going to be contacting me today. They should be contacting me today, and so I can get this package out of my car and delivered either back to the business or the customer. I'm not sure which. I'm going to be glad to get this package out of my car and get this delivery officially closed out. Now, once I complete the delivery, I'm going to let the customer know, or the business, that I'm documenting everything through Uber Eats. So Uber Eats knows that I delivered and completed the delivery with either the customer or got it back to the business. You know, so they can't pull the customer can't pull any kind of shenanigans. Because I'm suspicious that this whole situation, the business that I picked this package up from knew well and good that I didn't have the apartment number. So why they didn't provide an apartment number, and why the customer didn't respond to my text or phone calls, is another suspicious thing on the part of the customer. So I'm going to let them know that everything is being documented with Uber Eats, so I have proof that I dropped off the package with either the customer or I returned it to the business. So aside from that frustration with that delivery, I had a fantastic day. I made great money with the app, and I had no other problems with any other deliveries. In fact, I had some good fortune yesterday. It was at a Travel J. I picked up it was a Cinnabon order. There was a Cinnabon in a Flying J gas station on State Road 52 near the interstate, and I needed some more cans of this Monster Energy, Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover, and I found 3 more cans there that had great dates on them. I found 2 tea and lemonade. Here goes the 2 tea and lemonade that I bought yesterday. And I found a peach tea, and they were at a buy 2 get 1 free, which is what Circle K generally has their prices at. So they're copying the same pricing structure as the Circle K. They do that at the Flying J. And here's the third can. I bought a peach tea, and this peach tea has a different date on it than I've ever seen on a peach tea before. It's a fresher date. It's hard to make out, but it says B2616. So this can was made February 16th of this year. So there's 28 days left in February. So this can is a month, 12 days, and 11 days. So 23 days and a month old, I believe. Yeah, 23 days and a month old. And these cans have, these 2 TM and lemonades have a different date on them. They're both different dates, I believe. This one can says L2515. So this can was made December the 15th of last year. And this other tea and lemonade says A2627. It was just made January the 27th of this year. So all great dates on these 3 cans. So I'm all set for today, Sunday. Well, today, Monday, and Tuesday. Sunday, I'll be drinking a green tea. So I'm all set through today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for my Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And then if I don't buy a can Tuesday, I'll be out of my drink for Wednesday. Wednesday the 15th of April, I believe, which is also tax day. Well, anyways, I'm sitting up here at my normal spot at the Circle K, and I got my free cup of ice in my cup. See that free ice? And today I'm drinking this. I'm going to get that peach tea out of the way so I can have tea and lemonade Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to drink this peach tea flavor of the Monster Rehab, Revive, Refresh, Recover. And like I said, it's got the date of B2616. So this can was made February the 16th of this year. So this can is 12 days, 12 and 11 is 23. So this can is 23 days and a month old. I'm gonna get it cracked open here. I prefer the green tea is my favorite, but I only drink those on Sundays. So beyond that, my next favorite is the tea and lemonade. And then the peach tea is my third favorite, and then the wild berry is my least favorite of these rehab drinks. I should be able to get the rest of it poured out. If not, I'll just drink it down. There it goes. I got it all in there. See if this is any good ice cold. Oh yeah, that's good. It's definitely fresh. It's definitely a fresh can of that Rehab, Monster Rehab. And I also looked into gas prices on AAA and Gas Buddy, so I can compare them to the gas price at this Circle K by the McDonald's where I'm going to have breakfast. And gas has continued to drop, either drop or stay the same at this Circle K since Saturday the 4th of April. It was $4.19 Saturday the 4th of April. Then it dropped down to $4.06 on Sunday. It stayed the same Monday, and then it's continued to drop every day since then, since Monday the 6th. This morning, it's at $3.88 for the low grade, 87 grade gas. That's a penny cheaper than it was yesterday. Friday morning, it was at $3.89, so it's $3.88 this morning. And according to AAA and Gas Buddy, gas is the same as it was yesterday in the United States. The average price of gas in the United States is still at $4.15. That's where it was yesterday. And it's a penny cheaper than it was Thursday, the 9th of April. And according to Gas Buddy, the average price of gas in Florida has continued to drop. And it's dropped every day at least since Thursday the 2nd of April. It was $4.23 on Thursday the 2nd of April, and it's continued to drop down by a few cents every day. It's 3 cents cheaper than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was at $4.07. This morning it's at $4.04. So great. It's all great trends with gas in the state of Florida since the 2nd of April. And great trends in gas for the nation since, well, really since Saturday, April 4th. It's went down every day or stayed the same since April 4th, Saturday, April 4th. So this Circle K is better. It's cheaper than the state of Florida average by 16 cents. And it's cheaper than the national average by over 27 cents. 12 and 15 is 27. So this Circle K remains still is a better place to buy gas than most gas stations in the state of Florida, and it's better than most gas stations in Tampa Bay, honestly. I also looked into my metrics, and it looks like I only got one upvote with my service. I only had one person respond to my service, and they weren't too impressed with me. They only gave me one upvote, and that's in being a friendly delivery driver. They didn't think I delivered with care. They didn't think I was quick and efficient. They didn't think I was a good communicator, and they didn't think I delivered with a perfect handoff, but I'll take what I can get. I treat my customers all the same, and I do my best to be friendly, make eye contact, greet, engage, and follow through with all their delivery instructions. I do that with most of my customers to the best of my ability, but most of them don't respond to the survey, and the few that do, all I can say is they have a bad impression of my service, whether it's justified or not. Most of them aren't too pleased with my service, from what I can gauge from the responses I'm getting back from them. It's either that or they're having a bad day and they want to take it out on Charles is another probably a distinct and likely possibility, is they're taking their frustrations out on me. They're saying this guy wants me to respond to this survey to let me know how pleased or not pleased I am with his service. Well, I'm going to take out my frustration on him and give him poor marks is another possibility. It's a high likelihood of that is what's going on. Get another drink of my peach tea. I also looked into what that website weather-atlas.com had to say about the weather today. I went to that resource, and I didn't ask Meta AI about the weather today. I went on to the YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay News also for the weather. But according to weather-atlas.com, Tampa will exceed dry and sunny weather throughout the day this Saturday, April 11, 2026. Expect a high of a hot 84 degrees and a low of a breezy 61 degrees overnight going into Sunday morning. There's humidity will be relatively low at 54%, with winds out of the northeast at 12 miles an hour. Only a 7% chance or probability of precipitation. So according to weather-atlas.com, it's going to be another beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. Dry, sunny skies, and very warm. So looking forward to today. According to Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins on 10 Tampa Bay News YouTube, he says we're going to see mostly sunny skies here in Tampa Bay and dry. It's not going to rain, according to Bobby Deskins. Rain chances, and in his words, he said rain chances are zilch for Saturday and Sunday. Expect a high of 84 and a low of 65 overnight going into Sunday morning. He went on to say it's going to be very sunny and not much clouds, very little cloud cover, according to Bobby Deskins. And that's pretty much a summary of what he had to say about the weather today and over the weekend in Tampa Bay. And here goes all the deliveries I completed for yesterday. I didn't count up how many customers I had, but I did 12 trips. And if I had to guess, I probably had, a lot of these are singles, if not all of them. So I may have just had 12 customers. No, there goes a double. I had at least 13 customers. The last trip is a double. And 11's a double. So I probably had 14 customers. I started out the day picking up a Dunkin' Donuts order from B Cross Creek for Nicole. Nicole tipped me $4.08 and I earned a fare of $7.96. I made $12.04 for delivering donuts and coffee to Nicole from Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you so much, Nicole, for the business, for the fare, and the tip you gave me. I really appreciate it. $4.08 tip. Appreciate you, Nicole, and I appreciate your business. After dropping off Nicole's order, I went on to pick up trip number 2 Fanny wanted breakfast picked up from Burger King on North Gall Boulevard. Fanny was generous and thoughtful and gave me a tip of $3.77, and I earned a fare of $3.28. So I made $7.05 for delivering Fanny's breakfast from the Burger King. Thank you, Fanny, for that tip. I appreciate you. Then I went on trip number 3. Kate wanted breakfast picked up from the McDonald's on Florida State Road 54. I earned a fare of $2 and Kate tipped me $5.84. I made $7.84 for delivering Kate's breakfast from the McDonald's on Florida State Road 54. Thank you for that, Kate. I appreciate that. Then I went on to pick up breakfast for Keith. Trip number 4 was for Keith. Keith was generous and thoughtful and kind and gave me a big tip, $8.80 for delivering his Denny's order, and I earned a fare of $3.27. So I made $12.07 for delivering Denny's to Keith's door. Thank you, Keith, for the generous $8.80 tip. Appreciate that. And then I went on to pick up Cinnabon. I numbered these incorrectly. I wrote it down, but I didn't number it. So I actually had 13 trips. I didn't number the Cinnabon order. I skipped over it. So here goes trip number 5. I had to make sure I need to make sure I add a number to each one of these. I'm going to do it now. 9 is 10, 10 is 11, and 12 and 11 is 12, and then 12 is 13. There we go. So I had 15. I had at least 15 customers. I went on trip number 5 was at a Flying J. They have a Cinnabon inside this Flying J, and that's where I bought those cans of Monster drinks while I was waiting on the order to be picked to get ready. Ronnie had a Cinnabon order from the Flying J on State Road 52. Ronnie tipped me $2 and I earned a fare of $2. I made $4 for picking up that Flying J order. Thank you, Ronnie, for the $2 tip. I appreciate you. Then I went on trip number 6 for Alex. Alex had a First Watch order from the First Watch on Florida State Road 54. Alex was generous and tipped me $7.26 and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $9.26 for delivering Alex's First Watch order. Thank you, Alex, for the $7.26 tip. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate the business. Appreciate the fare and the tip I got from you, Alex. Thank you so much for that. After dropping off Alex's First Watch order, I went on trip number 7. Aaron had a Chick-fil-A order from the Chick-fil-A on Curly Road. Aaron tipped me $2 and I earned a fare of $2.04. I made $4.04 for delivering Aaron's Chick-fil-A order. Thank you so much, Aaron, for that, for the business, the Chick-fil-A business, and the tip you gave me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Aaron, Alex, Ronnie, Keith, Kate, Fanny, and Nicole. Appreciate all my customers I had yesterday. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be able to afford my rent, car insurance, gas, upkeep on my car, food, clothes, and I wouldn't be able to set aside money for my future retirement. So I appreciate all the business and tips and everything I get from my customers. Appreciate you all. After dropping off Aaron's Chick-fil-A order, I went on trip number 9. This was a triple. So I actually had upwards of 17 or 18 customers. I picked up a triple order at the Walmart on Gall Boulevard. Sandra, Betty, and Jonna had Walmart orders to be picked up from the Walmart on Gall Boulevard. This might have been I had 4 customers there: Celeste, Jonah, Betty, and Sandra. So I earned a fare of $2 and a penny, and they tipped me $11.40, so I made $13.40 for delivering those Walmart orders to Celeste, Jonah, Betty, and Sandra. I appreciate all 4 of you for the tip and the fare I got from you for that Walmart order. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Appreciate the 4 of you. After dropping off Celeste's Walmart order, I went on trip number 11. Trip number 10 for Terry and Tracy. Terry and Tracy had Popeye's Chicken on Gaul Boulevard. They tipped me $5 and I earned a fare of $5.11. So I made $10.11 for delivering that Popeye's Chicken order to Terry and Tracy. Appreciate the both of you very much for the generous $5 tip. After that, after dropping off Tracy's Popeye's Chicken order, I went on trip number 11 for Cedric. Cedric had, this was a double. Cedric had a Chicken Fun order from Wesley Chapel Boulevard, and Lisa had a Chick-fil-A order from State Road 54. They tipped me $5.33 and I earned a fare of $3.58, so I made $8.91 for delivering that order for Cedric and Lisa. I appreciate the both of you very much. Cedric and Lisa, you were very kind, generous, and thoughtful. You didn't have to tip me, but you did, so I appreciate it. After dropping off Lisa's Chick-fil-A order, I went on trip number 12 for Farah, and that was the Courier Saver for Benny. That's not his name, but I made up that name for privacy purposes, and because I got a bit of a mishap with the delivery, and I knew I'd be mentioning his name, so I had to change his name a little bit. It's similar to that, but it's not Benny. So Benny, I earned a fare of $25.71 for Benny's Courier Saver and Farah's Caprese Pizza House order from County Line Road, and I got a tip from Farah of $5. So I appreciate your business and the tip, Farah, and I appreciate the fare I earned from Benny's Courier Saver of $25.71. Appreciate the both of you very much, and I'll be relieved when I've gotten Benny's package out of my car. That'll be a relief today. Hopefully I can get that done today for Benny. After dropping off, attempting to drop off Benny's order, I went on my last trip of the day was a double. Number 13 was a double for Lola and Jasmine. Lola had a Taco Bell order from State Road 54, and Jasmine had a Crazy Cafe order to be picked up from the Crazy Cafe on Highway 301. I earned a fare of $4.06 and a tip of $11 from Jasmine and Lola. Thank you so much for the very generous tip of $11. That was very generous of you, more than I can expect, and it was a very easy double to do. And that ended my day. So thank you so much for that tip of $11, Lola and Jasmine. Appreciate the both of you very much. Well, that's about it for me. All I have planned today is enjoy another wonderful day here in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful weather ahead of me today. I'm going to have a wonderful breakfast at McDonald's, and hopefully get back to the camper this evening and enjoy another evening's rest up at the camper, and enjoy another wonderful night's rest at my camper where I sleep at night. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend like I am. God bless you all. Talk to you tomorrow.